everyone doing today? Thank you for tuning in to Boss Lady News. We've got a wonderful show coming up for you. You're going to get a chance to meet some members of the NAACP AXO, Shayna and Adrian. And then you'll get to see some footage from Curls Gone Wild, an event that was held over at the Talbot Ave Boys and Girls Club. Last but not least, we're going to get a chance to speak with Farah. She is the third title holder or third runner-up for Miss Massachusetts and 4 different titles. Last but not least, Maverik's going to be doing our last 5-minute performance. Let's get into some news. A few interesting things that I found going on overseas. Re-utter reports that Egypt, yes, in Africa, hopes to attract $10 to $12 billion from a investment summit planned for mid-March of 2015. So you guys make sure you look out for that. They're going to be presenting some projects in reference to energy, transport, and water. We also found some information on technology from Wired. Wired reports that there's a new indoor tracking concept, which is basically kind of like stalking people. That's their words. Using your smartphone, new technology is being created to track public locations. The concept is being said to be able to follow lazy employees, along with advertising companies being able to flog products to consumers. I'm not sure about if that's the only reason that they're putting this together. Last but not least, I want to briefly bring up some information for you people that either own your own home or have a small business, a brick and mortar. You should really start looking into solar-powered energy. With the weather being as extreme as it is, people are always going to be looking to save some money, especially on their bills. And solar-powered panels, you can actually get one for under $500. And the amount of money you save compared to the amount of money you spend to purchase the solar-powered panel, it'll be well worth it. Last but not least, everybody's talking about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is currently in the public eye for a number of women that are saying that he drugged and sexually abused them. Now, I do understand everything that they're doing as far as bringing this up as of right now. However, this 57-year-old man isn't going to be doing too much more. And I don't agree with the fact that they are taking off any of the Cosby productions. The Cosby Show and shows that he's produced are an extreme help to parenting for people of color in the communities as well. So if you all support the programming, not just Bill Cosby, but the programming that he's put together for the inner city, I think you should voice your opinions and let people know that the shows should stay on because it's better programming than what's out there now with reality TV. We'll be right back.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
I want you guys to meet the second runner-up for Miss Massachusetts. This is Farah. Farah, why don't you come on out here? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very good. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
How are you?
Well, how are you?
All right, so let's just get all of your titles out of the way so everyone can kind of know more about you, and then we can get into the bulk of the conversation. So title number 1.
Miss Haiti Boston 2011.
My gosh. Title number 2.
Miss Ethnic New England 2012.
Title number 3.
Third runner-up, Miss USA Universal.
Are there more?
Yes.
Number 4.
Last one. Second runner-up, Miss American Elegance in Chicago.
Awesome. So first, I want to congratulate you on all of your success.
Thank you.
With all of your titles, but also all of your success within the community and within the area, because I got a chance to meet you from Miss Eva Nicole. She was doing Miss Central Massachusetts pageant competitions.
Right.
And I met you over at Emerald Lounge.
Correct.
And when you were there, you just have this very spiritual presence about you, where people just kind of drift into looking Who are you? Who is she?
It's because I'm tall. No, I mean, overall, Nicole and I go way back. We did TV together. We're TV correspondents way back when. And I mean, she became director as, you know, for Central. So she invited me to come out and judge. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to actual day of the actual pageant.
I know, I was looking for you. I was there hosting, and I'm like, where is she?
You know, pageant life takes over, your body takes a toll, you know, things happen. But overall, her and I go way back. And at the time, I was the actually state representative for Miss Massachusetts for Miss USA Universal. So,
wow.
Yes.
State representative for Miss Massachusetts.
Correct.
And what was the last piece?
Miss USA Universal.
Miss USA Universal.
Correct.
So, you know, all the young ladies that are out there that might be watching and are interested in not just being a model, you know, taking it to the next level, because there are a variety of young ladies out there that want to do modeling.
Correct.
But being a representative to represent your city or your state or the nation is a lot of responsibility. So what kind of drove you into wanting to take your modeling and stuff to this level?
Well, I mean, I love my city. I love my state. Boston's where I grew up, born and raised. But the thing is, you don't get that support system like you want to from Boston. And starting the whole pageant, which was 3 years ago, was pretty much something that I said, okay, let's just try and see what happens.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, I got third runner-up. I was actually in the process of doing a reality show. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't have a pageant life and be in a reality show.
And that's true.
So I was like, Lord
it's
Jesus.
like an oxymoron.
Right. I was like, that's not really me. They, you know, so it kind of just bounced off each other and all worked out because the reality show didn't get aired. So I was happy because that wasn't me.
Yeah.
So when I got third runner-up for Miss Epic New England, who the director is Janelle McIntosh Woods, she's from out here, originally from Texas. So I did that, and one of my friends advised me to do Miss Haiti. I was like, listen, pageant life is not me. It's not what I do. But it gave me the opportunity to actually just overall talk about my platform, which is sexual abuse. I was sexually abused by my dad when I was younger. So, you know, the whole Cosby thing now and everything coming out, it hits a soft spot in my heart because that's something that I hold closely to my heart. So getting involved in the community was something I always did, but it gave me more opportunity to get involved with the kids and high school students because they don't have the support system. I didn't tell my mom till I was 21. So when I told her, it's not like she was like, oh, you're lying. And, you know, I have Haitian parents. They're from the islands. They're in denial at times. So it was hard to tell her, but I had to. I was kind of tired over the situation. And so it gave me the opportunity to work with younger children and get myself even more involved with the community, which was a great thing. So I do the pageants not only to encourage me to become a better person, to talk about, you know, my platform, something that I care about, not only to articulate your words because you got judges who are mean grilling you and drilling you to
and
the
making
core.
Sure and dissecting everything that you're saying.
So it's like, it's not about beauty. And I tell people that all the time. And I know we have a misconception of pageants. And there's so many pageants out there. There's sophisticate, you know, elegance. There's, you know, just mismatched because they don't really care what you look like on the outside because what you do from within the inside and how you carry yourself over on your community presents you who you are as a person.
That's right.
So I know we watch, you know, what's his name? Now I forgot his name. The toupee guy. What's his name? Donald Trump.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So Donald Trump,
he needs his own pageant.
He does. So, you know, you see beautiful, and they're beautiful. They're gorgeous women out there. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what, you are who you are. You can't help how God made you. So you just got to make your flaws and rock it, you know? And I know one of my pageant questions on stage was, you know, what would you change about yourself? I said, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't be here right now.
That's true.
And so your past experience as a person, your trial and errors, your challenges, your potholes are who you are as a person today. And so I'm grateful for, you know, things that happen. I mean, I'm not happy about them, but I have opportunity to, you know, have people look up to me as a mentor. So that's awesome. And
that in itself is that spiritual essence that you must be carrying.
Maybe.
That you're just ready to really take on everything that you represent. And everything you represent is on the inside, not just on the outside, although you are beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks.
We're going to cut to a brief PSA in just a moment, but I want people to always know how they can get in touch with you and find out more about you. So how can people get in touch with you?
Well, I mean, a lot of people could look me up on Facebook. They know me by Farah Andre. I have my other sub-pages, Miss Haiti Boston, Miss Ethnic New England 2012. So, I mean, feel free, inbox me. I get them all the time. I won't give out my number because I know that won't be a good thing. But definitely look me up on Facebook. I'll be waiting. It's Farah Andre on Facebook.
Awesome. We'll be right back.
Guys, so tell me, kids, what does reading mean to you?
Thank you for staying tuned into Boss Lady News. Once again, I am here with Miss Farah, and I keep giving her just that name right there. So many other titles, and one of them being to represent Miss Massachusetts. And I wanted to, I guess, find out from you, what are some of the community events that you've been a part of?
Oh, you put me on the spot. There's so many. If I forget, forgive me in advance. So I have my own nonprofit organization called the Princess Farah Foundation. So that's my CEO, president, my baby right there. That's how the whole, kind of catering to the non-beneficial young woman out there who has gone through my situation of sexual abuse and have no one to go to, and kind of just helping them progress in life and turning a negative aspect into a positive. That's first and foremost. I have masskids.org, which is located on Beacon Street in Boston. They're trying to kind of just reach out to the Senate. They're right down the street from the Senate House, so they're constantly there trying to pass a bill to help those who has faced a situation like over 30 years ago. Because that's when everything comes out. You know,
it takes time.
Correct. You know, at the time you just don't talk about it. It's not true. You sweep it underneath the rug. So now they're trying to put preventative videos together to help parents talk to their kids about it, to have their kids be more comfortable to approach them and talk, about the situations that are going on, which is not always easy because I have Haitian parents, like I stated, and they're not the most approachable people, so.
And not just in the Haitian community, but a lot of different cultural communities.
Correct.
A lot of Asian communities, they stay very silent about issues that are going on internally inside the house. I do also feel like within the household, somebody has to take on that social worker title and be the social worker for all of the people within the household, which can be mostly the females, which is a very difficult thing to add on top of everything you are doing. But families of color really need to start opening up and communicating better with individuals.
Well, my problem with that is my mom wasn't the approachable person.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
My dad was. So I think being hurt by the person that was the one that I would go to and talk about boyfriends and guys and relationships and anything, it was like, okay, well, how do I tell my mom this? And I was like, well, Mom, this is what's going on. So, I mean, I'm working with masskids.org. I spend most of my time just, I went to Jeremiah Burke High School, taught to the high school students there. I mean, I taught to elementary school, private school kids. I'm just kind of like everywhere, It's never a dull moment in my life, which is great, but it's just so much going on that I'm trying, you're always trying to make a difference.
Yeah.
I'd rather make a difference than make no difference at all. So for me, I'm just touching everybody.
And you are making a difference, and that's why you're here today,
right.
To also get the word out there about physical abuse that's going on within the homes with young people, with teenagers, and with adults, because a lot of women are sexually abused by their husbands and boyfriends, and they personally initially don't consider it abuse until it's been taken to an extreme, which is unfortunately now why the NFL is also touching base on physical abuse, not just sexual abuse, and children's abuse of children. Now, it's a lot to do and be beautiful. So for the young ladies that are out there, what would you say to them is a starting point for them to find out more about getting into the pageant world?
Oh, man. I mean, there's so many pageants out there. Like I said, I have happened to be fortunate, and it kind of fell in my lap, and I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. But when you Google, there are so many. There's Universal this, there's Mrs. that, there's Ms. You have, there are older women who are in their 40s still competing. I mean, there's Mrs. if you're married with children, if you're single without kids. So there's so many. I mean, I always say, link with someone who is very familiar with the pageant system. Like, I'm not very familiar, but I always know someone who's very involved and know what's going on and very, reputable about certain pageants. So I always get their feedback. Like, is it worth it? Because they're so pricey. And I think a lot of people are naive about what goes on in the pageant life, the cost of entry fees, finding sponsors. If your sponsor's actually going to sponsor you, because they say, oh yeah, I'll, sponsor you, and then you don't hear from them, up until like a week before the pageant, if you're lucky. Traveling costs, if it's in a different state, hotel costs, if you got to stay there for a few days. You got to worry about your bills if you're not my age. You got responsibilities. It's all about budget, So, and then you got those who are over the top. They need a walking coach, a coach, a interview coach, and jewelry, hair, makeup. It's a lot. So I tell people, if it's something you're really, just trying to do for fun, look it up, see how you do, challenge yourself. You want to make sure you can articulate your words. I mean, I know you have your friends who, you can hang out and say what's up to, but you're not going to say that to a judge, So you might.
Public speaking.
Oh, definitely. They're very big on that. The percentage in every single pageant has been 30% and up. So 40%, 50%, everything else is like secondary, it's a bonus. So, I mean, articulating your words, being able to have an interview with someone and be comfortable. Even though I'm comfortable now, when I'm in front of judges, I'm not this comfortable. So I'm like doing jumping jacks before I go in. So it's not that easy, but it's so many. I mean, I tell them go on Google it, see what they're interested in, get some feedback, and then approach. Just make sure you're prepared, though. Yeah. It's not that easy.
So do your homework. That's one of the most important things to look into. The kids out there, all you young people, are quick to ask for a pair of Jordans. Not that I don't like your song, Maverik. Maverik got a song out there called Jordans. Not that I have an issue with it, but if you're going to do your homework on products that you want for yourselves, you should also do your homework on getting involved with different events that can really propel you to a whole nother level. Definitely. And again, it was such a pleasure to have met you at Miss Central Massachusetts event, and just knowing all of the 4 different titles that you have, and to really encourage you to just keep going. I know that in Boston, it's not as prominent as it is down south,
Exactly.
In the southern states, they're big on all of these pageants, and it's very important. But in Boston, it's more difficult. So if you guys want to find out more, please feel free to contact Miss Farah, okay, and ask her any kind of questions you may have. We're going to cut to a brief PSA, and we'll be right back.
Ballistic Beats. Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Yeah. You ready to turn this thing up, man? It's your boy Maverik in here. It's going down. Boston's in the building. By way of Jamaica, though. You see what's going on. What up, Ballistic? Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Hey, hey. Sound good, don't it? Sound good, don't it? Yeah, yeah. Listen, it's Money Mav. Check it, yo. I saw you walking in the rain, trying to escape the pain. I said a woman like that should've never shed a tear, and I gave her my name. I told her come my way, please don't be ashamed. I put my finger on her chin to lift her head up, then I started to sing. Listen, I know your heart's been broken. With me, those days are over. Don't worry about them dudes in the past. I got the kind of loving that was built to last. They don't know a good thing when they got it. Had their game winner in their hands and they dropped it. You ain't gotta cry no more. I got the kind of love to keep you safe and secure. Boom. What? Cause she likes it, she likes it, she likes it when I make her say, yeah, yeah. She likes it, she likes it, and she likes it. Cause my love is here to stay. Good loving, fresh out the oven. Mug up on a gal, cause them can't tell you nothing. Yo, you the baddest and it's obvious. You are the prime like Optimus. You are the tip topper, name brand rocker. The scene locker, bossy girl flapper. The swag turn up, your hot till it burn up. Any girl we chat to you, you have the one up. And at the party, straight till sun up. Every time we're on the floor, the place fun up. So show off, you have the shape and figure. Hashtag hot gal pon Twitter, yow. My girl just whine pon it. Y'all shut down the place, take time pon it. Yow, girl I'm loving how you style pon it. Now back it up like a truck, get wild pon it. Ciao. Cause she likes it, she likes it, she likes it when I make her say, yeah, yeah. And she likes it, she likes it, she likes it. Cause my love is here to stay. This is going out to all my beautiful Boston ladies out there. I want y'all to know, if ain't nobody else here for you, Money Mav's here for you. You see what's going on right now. I just want you to know, we here. Let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. Send me a the mic checker, bedroom wrecker, kick game sicker, ball like Dave Beckham. Go getter, trendsetter, hold it on my own, but you make things better. You're the yin to my yang, looking like money when she doing her thing. If you are the queen, then me are the king. You're the melody to this song when me sing. Late in the night or in the morning. Play your cards right, you gon' end up with a ring. Because you are the waistline, yeah, you know the position. And it's time I want you ready for the mission. Start up the thing like key in the ignition. Any competition getting washed like this is yo. Maverik, new style again, hey. I just wanna see you smile again, girl. I just wanna see you smile again. I just wanna see you smile again, girl. Oh, say it with me now. Hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah.
I'd like you to also meet a few people from the NAACP. I try to make sure that I follow up with people, and one of the segments that I greatly enjoyed was meeting Aziza, which is the I believe she's like the chairperson for AXO at the NAACP, and you guys got a chance to also meet Adrian. You guys saw those cool gadgets that he put together. I still want to buy one of those, Adrian. But he's about to come on out here. So I'd like you to meet Shauna Bryant and Adrian from NAACP. How are you guys doing today?
How you doing?
Hey. Hello again. It's nice to meet you. Have a seat. Now, can I hold these? I heard these dangling in the back, and I'm going to have to find out more about these. But for now, can I hold them?
Yeah, you can hold
Are
them.
any of these gold?
Yeah.
Whew. I like the way that sounds. Anyways, okay, so Shauna, I got a chance to meet Aziza, and you are the co-chair for AXO at the NAACP. And first, refresh my audience with what AXO is all about.
So AXO is an acronym that stands for the Afro-Cultural Technological Scientific Olympics. It's a 27 category competition that is an Olympics of the minds. So there are categories in math, science, humanities, visual and performing arts, and then the 27 categories fall under those topics.
Yes. And what got you interested in first wanting to become a member of the NAACP, but then also sectioning yourself here into AXO?
So about 6 or 7 years ago, I did a political activist program called OISTE. And OISTE was one of the sponsors. It was called IDCL, which was the Initiative for Diversity and Civic Leadership. And so when I graduated with that program, I started to link up with other folks in the community of Boston who were doing social justice work, and one of our mentors suggested that I become a member of the NAACP, the Boston branch of the NAACP. And from there, I joined the executive committee, had an opportunity to chair our scholarship committee, and then recently, Aziza Goodnight, our chair, Robinson Goodnight, had a baby, or last year, earlier this year.
And congratulations.
She was pregnant, and congratulations.
Congratulations.
So she was pregnant, and it became clear that she needed some help. So I stepped in to help with the process of the local competition, as well as getting our young people to the national competition, which was in Las Vegas in July.
Yes.
So from there, I've kind of thrown myself into, now I'm going to, be co-chair for AXO.
Yes. And we also have Adrian here with us. This is your second time coming on.
Yeah, it is.
And the first time you brought some really cool gadgets and stuff with you. And you are one of the award winners for AXO. And how was he selected to become one of the award winners?
So Adrian actually found the Boston branch and with his mentor. And from there, his mentor worked with him, and we, what did we do? We entered him. He became a participant of AXO, and then that made him, allowed him to be part of the local competition and then the national competition.
Wow.
So Adrian pretty much has done, most of the work. He's an amazing student, an amazing young person. And so he was already working on this science project at school, and so AXO just became a avenue for him to get exposure, as well as win lots of
all
awards,
of these. Yeah, I have them now.
as well as monetary awards.
So we've got the NAACP Boston, today's youth, tomorrow's leaders. We've got an award, or these aren't trophies, but what are they called?
They're like the medals.
Yes, so these are all the medals. We've got a lot of title holders that are on the show today. We also have the 2014 AXO, today's youth, tomorrow's leaders. We've got science. What's this one from?
That's from the regional science fair. So I did science fairs from like the state science fair and the regional science fair.
Wow.
And then I also did AXO.
Okay. We've got the 35th AXO.
So that's the first silver medal that I won, the first national medal that I won. And
Okay.
then the next year, this year, I came back with different features on my device, and I was able to win the gold medal in engineering.
The gold medal in engineering. And then we've also got this one. This is the NAACP Afro Academic Cultural Technology and Science Olympics,
Yes,
and
so-
this is the AXO.
Yeah, that's the local one from the branch. So first you have to win locally, a gold medal locally, so you can be advanced to go to the national competition.
Yes. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, definitely on all of these. And when you became knowledgeable about the NAACP's opportunity for you, how did you prepare yourself to do this?
Well, I started with like the regular science fair competitions, and then some guy in DC, he told me about like AXO, so then I looked it up, and I only seen one in New York, so I was getting ready to like drive to New York every week and meet with those people, and then my mom found the one in Boston, so then I went there, and I knew I figured out what I needed to do, and then as I was working on my other competitions, I just filtered that stuff in with this competition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Shauna, I'm going to keep doing that. I'm sorry. Shauna, this opportunity that's opened up for Adrian, are there enough young people out there that are looking into this?
I would say no. I think part of that is because these young people may not know the opportunity is there, as well as there's a narrative that young people of color are not engaged in the STEM field. So that is part of our job, to make sure that we are trying to expose them to not just the Olympics and the competition, but also it's important to have the programming that, because part of the programming and the mentors and the students is then you can compete in NAACP, I'm sorry. So our goal is to kind of change the narrative of, it's great that a lot of our students, part of the carrot, I like to call it, is sports that we typically go after, but our goal is to, rather than that carrot be the what the narrative says of young people of color, why can't they be an engineer? Why can't they be an electrician? Why can't they be an architect? Why can't they be a scientist? Why can't they be part of the performing or visual arts? Someone like Savion Glover, why can't they do these other things that typically society says we typically are not doing, and we are not in those fields. So the goal is, give them that opportunity.
And creating the opportunity, yes. Now, I've had an opportunity to find out about a STEM program that currently is available through the RCC summer program for high school students and I believe 7th and 8th graders. So I encourage any young people out there that might be watching to find out what are some of the other programs that are out there that you might be able to, again, get involved in and find out more about. So do your homework. You can actually find some fun things to do. Now, we're also going to talk some science talk. Now, were you into science and the arts when you decided to kind of usher in and start working with NAACP AXO?
So no, I was into being a social justice advocate.
Okay.
And I also have a 19-year-old son, and so understand the importance of making sure that we develop our youth and empower them for the future.
Yes.
So this was just a matter of, the opportunity to work with young people and engage them and empower them and give them opportunities, again, that society says they may not have.
Right.
Or, leaving them out of.
Okay.
So this is all about empowering our young people.
Empowering them.
I am not a
and
science,
that's important.
An expert in science,
Yeah.
but I am an expert in moving the masses and making a difference.
And that's important. We're going to cut to a brief PSA, and when we come back, Adrian's got some awesome updates for us to find out about, and an opportunity he had to work with someone incredible. We'll be right back.
That's low. That's low and below the top.
There's no place like home.
Getting home safely is just a click away. But making sure your child is in the right seat is just one of the steps down the road to safer travels.
I don't know how it works.
Find the right seat for your little one's age and size.
We've done what you told us.
There's no better way to get home safely. Know for sure that your child is in the right seat. Get all the facts at safercar.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
How are you guys doing? We're here with Shauna. We're here with Shauna Bryant from the NAACP AXO and with Adrian. Now, we were just going to find out more about this opportunity that Adrian had. Tell me more about this as I hold on to your gold medal science medals here.
Well, before I graduated from high school, I got a call from the White House the day after I left high school.
From the White House?
Yeah, from the White House. And they invited me to come present my project with other teenagers and other kids to like President Obama and some other people like that. So it was like basically the White House first Maker Fair. So when I was there, I was talking to like a couple colleges and a couple deans and other colleges offered me scholarships. And then one dean asked me, did I see Will I Am here today? I said, I thought I seen him, but I didn't think it was him. So he told me to go over there and introduce myself. So I walked over to Will, introduced myself, told him to come check out my project, and then he came check out my project, and first thing he saw.
So you told Will I Am to come and check you out.
Yeah.
And then he came.
Yeah, he came over.
That's the first, like, you know, I give you props for that. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, and then when he came over, the first thing he said, he's like, you built this? And he asked me like 5 times that I built this. And I said, yeah. He's like, well, all right, we're going to go meet someone real quick. I was like, who? He's like, just come. And he introduced me to Dean Kamen, which is actually the guy who invented the first Segway.
Wow.
And then Dean came over and checked out my project, and he thought it was pretty cool that I built that myself. And then Will brought me over to introduce me to the CEO of 3D System, which is like the best 3D printing company. And then that CEO offered me an internship at his company. And then
Incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then over that day, Will came back over and was talking to me about like projects and stuff like that. And he told me he signed on my actual People Mover, Let's Build Something Big.
Awesome.
And then later on that day, I emailed him. He gave me his email. He put his email on my phone. And he told me that to come out to LA for 10 days after my internship at Raytheon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how excited, I'm excited for you. I'm over here stuttering. How excited are you to really take what your talent is and be able to start working it now in this other way?
Oh, it's amazing, the opportunity that I have. So I can just be in the studio. When I was in LA, I was just in the studio all the time, just working on my project and figuring out new things and just doing that. So
yes.
That's what I want. Like when I was in high school, like doing all the work, I just really wanted to be in a lab, in a place that can just create what I wanted to.
Yeah.
So, and I was able to do that in LA.
And just remember this, okay? Your intellectual property is valuable.
Yeah.
Don't ever let anybody undervalue your intellectual property, okay?
Yeah,
it shows now and it's going to continue to show.
Yeah.
So what are some of the new things that you might be seeing out there in the world of technology?
Well, when I was at the White House, Will showed me something that he had on his wrist, and he was telling me about that, how he made that and everything. And then
Will I Am made it?
Yeah, Will I Am made it.
Okay.
And it was really like under, because it wasn't released yet, but he released it a month ago, and it's called the Pulse. So it's basically a device on your wrist. It's not called the watch. He calls it a cuff. And it's basically a whole phone on your wrist. So you know how all the other smartwatches have to connect to your phone? This is the whole entire phone on your wrist. So he showed me how you can call another person on the phone when he was in the studio, and he was talking to it, and it'll type for him. And this is also this other program called Vibe. And you can actually, before you pick up someone's call, it can tell you if they have a bad vibe, a good vibe, a happy vibe, a nervous vibe.
From the cuff that he had designed?
Yep.
Wow.
So
somehow it measures the person's probably blood pressure, their pulse.
It's in their voice. So he found this company in like the Middle East, and then he paired with that company, and they figure all the algorithm to determine like a person's like how they're feeling by just listening to their voice.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I found out just recently about a new technology that they have. I was just talking about it in the news segment, and they can track what a person is doing throughout the malls. So instead of just outside service being able to track them, a mall could essentially purchase this technology that will track a person's phone as long as they have the locator on.
Wow.
So they're saying that it's to be used for lazy employees that, you know, are supposed to be working but they're not doing anything, or it's supposed to be used for flogging products to new consumers, which basically means as people are kind of going from store to store making purchases, they'd be able to see what those purchases are, and the next time someone goes to look something up, they'd be able to see ads for stuff that they'd either purchased or stuff that goes along with things that they had purchased, which kind of scares me. because that's just another form of tracking. And so, you know, all you people that don't want any of those additional advertisements, make sure that you take the locator off of your phone while you're shopping. Anything else going on out there?
He invited me when I left in August. He told me to come back for winter break, and I spoke to him last week, and that's what I'm going to do during winter break, go back out to LA and work with him.
And work with will.i.am.
Yeah, on some projects.
That's incredible. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yes, and for all the young people out there that might want to reach out to you, how can they do that?
I have my Twitter. I gave my Twitter to her so they can reach me on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your Twitter?
Adri Niles, Adrianiles.
Okay. You guys make sure you tweet him. Now, Shayna, you also Shauna. Now, Shauna, you also said that there's something coming up. What's that?
So on December 4th, we are having our kickoff, and we are collaborating with the Roxbury YMCA to use their space and begin programming with them within the next few months. So our kickoff, we're inviting students, potential mentors, potential partnerships, as well as supporters.
Okay.
The goal is to pack the room with folks that have influence or have access to young people through their program or through their programming or the organization, as well as folks who are willing to support the program, as well as, most importantly, we need students who are going to be able to be part of AXO this year. So,
and again, when is that?
December 4th.
December 4th.
And it's from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Roxbury YMCA.
Okay. And Boss Lady News will be in the building, so make sure that you guys come by, talk to me, find out more about what's going on, and also make sure that you sign up and be a part of AXO. Before we go, you guys are going to get a chance to see some footage from Curls Gone Wild, an event that was held over at the Boys and Girls Club on Talbot Ave. Enjoy it.
guys to tell me, kids, what does reading mean to you?
That life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
We're having a wonderful show as usual. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Now, some of the footage you guys were able to see earlier was from Curls Gone Wild. This is their 3rd annual event. It was awesome. I'm so excited that I got a chance to go over there. Thank you, Alicia. And like I said, it was their 3rd, and every year it's gotten a little bit bigger. It was actually held over at the Boys and Girls Club on Talbot Ave here in Boston, in Dorchester, and it's not been done anyplace else here. It's only once a year. If you guys want to find out more about Curls Gone Wild, either to be in the fashion, the hair show, or to be one of the vendors, or get a chance to speak with some of the people, I was impressed to have seen the Nation of Islam, where the security people that were keeping track of everything going on, and it was a really good, presence actually having them there. I'd never been around so many Nation of Islam suited up men. It was quite a scene there, So anyways, we're going to do what we usually do. The next thing that's coming up is our last 5 minutes performer. That's Maverik. You guys have been listening to some of his music. You got a chance to see him a little bit earlier today. And we're going to get a chance to actually speak with Maverik for just a moment also. This is my last 5 minutes performer. Mav, this is my money Mav. You know what I'm saying? Brit. We met so long ago. And you're like 100% into getting out there and really letting people listen to your music all throughout the Boston area. Definitely. Really quick, what got you started with jumping from being a host to being a performer?
Just a genuine love of music and entertaining.
Yeah.
That's my stuff.
Does hosting ever kind of conflict with you wanting to do more performing?
No, I think it all goes hand in hand, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Why do you think it would go hand in hand? I mean, besides the fact that you work on the radio, and your music is actually played on Jammin' 94.5.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the goal, is to get it out there so that everybody hears it, out of Boston, everywhere.
Yeah. Do you know what the furthest it might have actually been to date?
Yeah, actually, I got somebody hit me up on Twitter, said they were playing my song, She Likes It, in Nigeria.
Oh, so that's what's up.
That was a good look.
That's awesome. Now, you've got a few different projects and things going on that are coming up. Is there anything that we should look forward to?
There's always a lot of stuff going on, crazy world going on, but if you want the latest and then the greatest, check out my Twitter and my Instagram, @MoneyMav. MoneyMav, no spaces, no underscores, no hashtags, none of that.
Okay.
MoneyMav.
Money Mav. Well, right now, Money Mav is going to go ahead and take it away.
This is my latest single. It's called Watch Her Go.
Watch Her Go. All right.
Yeah. What up, Boston? It's my new single, Watch Her Go.
Boston.
I hope you like it.
Maverik.
Yeah. Bounce, 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 bounce. What she do? She make me want to put the dog on it. She make me want to put the dog on it. She make me want to put the dog on it. She make me want to put the dog on it. She make me want to put the dog on it. She make me want to put the dog on it. She make me want to put the dog on it. Yo, I pull up in something and shut your block down. The people champ, I swear I feel just like The Rock now. Yeah, they smell what I'm cooking, I'm looking hot now. If I ain't in the building, who they gon' talk about? You? She know I'm cute, I'm in hot pursuit. Looking ripe like forbidden fruit. Had to ask where she going with that. Every dude that she pass have a heart attack. I throw some water on these thirsty haters. I walk by and hurt these haters. They look at you, they look at me. 10 out of 10 girls all agree. I'm something that you never be. How we come at 2 when he leave with 3? That's simple mathematics, brother. Girls see the guy, they gotta have his brother. That don't happen overnight. I work hard just to live this life, and she wanna be around the dudes that's shining. That's why she getting loose when she whining. Watch her go, how she roll, how she roll. Watch her go now. Yeah. Watch her go, how she roll, how she roll. Watch her go now. Bounce with me now. She made me want to put the dog on it. She made me want to put the dog on it. She made me want to put the dog on it. She made me want to put the dog on it. She made me want to put the dog on it. She made me want to put the dog on it. She made me want to put the dog on it. I swear your body's like a work of art. Mona Lisa couldn't see you, girl, you breaking their hearts. All these chickens wanna be you, tell them don't even stop. The club lights on, she looking better than she did in the dark. I'm like a new sensation. These honeys feeling the kid across it. I got these local dudes mad on me, they hating. But ain't no stopping this movement that I'm creating. She got that fire, she eyeing me while she shaking. Pop locking it, dropping it, gyrating. Money's what I'm making. My whole crew is caking. I roll with Trinis, Dominicans, and Jamaicans. That's why I'm taking her home. And she gone. Oh, watch her go now. Watch her go.